Dear student, I am appearing before you in this first virtual classes. Actually, this mode is very popular in these days, but it is a first experience for me. So, first of all, I would like to teach by this site, and I am not knowing how much I will success or not. So, first of all, it is a lesson, it is a request, it is a command for you. You will receive only teachings, not anything others. Development. This is the first chapter of understanding of economics, which is your economics book of social sciences. In this chapter, we will learn the meaning of development, and the meaning of development is not contextual in all the spheres with similar meanings and similar scopes. Actually, the meaning of development is different for different people. Okay? So, first of all, try to understand the basic meaning of development. Development, when we think, when we say any change in present situation is called development. Dear student, this is a literal meaning. Is it right? No. This definition is a partial right. Okay? Because suppose, and let us, you think, when you start from this point and you start either in your right ways or in your left ways, and suppose we posted the data on right way axis and we posted the data, negative data, on left axis. In this situation, we will say the change in this scenario is not a development. But when change in this sphere or way is called development. So our focus is any change in present situation will be amplified as any positive change. Any positive change in present situation is called development. Okay? Understand? Very good. Then the next topic of our chapter is different people different goal. Actually, this is a hard point of this chapter because everyone who start to discuss on development, they uses different types of data, they uses different types of attributes, they uses different types of theory to satisfy their aspiration and to cherish their goal. In this discussion, you may point out that the other person who participate in this topic, in this discussion, they try to defend, they try to oppose by their studied data, by their studied theorem. In this situation, we can, when we sit at there as a observer, as a listener, then we can classify the discussions which are running on any topic among the people, which as an observer we can classify that the different people have different notions. Notions means idea, notions, notions, idea. Okay, different people have different notions of development. Why? This is a point, this is a question for myself, for the observer to learn or to study why the different people have different notions of development. This is a principal questions before this observer, before me and before you. Actually, the meaning and the goal of development signifies in their situation when or where or which people resides. Okay? For example, India is a country of mixed economy, mixed society. Mixed society means, mixed economy means some parts of economy is included in private field, some are running in public field, and many are running under the cooperative societies. So this is an example of economy, but when we say mixed society means India is a unique country where every type means belonging to every religion of the world, and most of the castes are belonging and resides here. According to a data, differences in India, there are 6,000 of speakings and sub-speakings are used by the people, and they also divided into more than 4,000 types of castes and subcastes. And their language, their religion is also different. Language, the different among the people on the basis of language, religion, caste, and so on. You may clarify it very clearly when you observe the society not far than your village. You may identify it in your village. Suppose in your village you may identify a particular type of people are residing in a corner of this village, and when you ask which type of people are residing there, they are Dalits. They may be Dalits. They may be any castes of scheduled caste category. They may be any caste of other backward classes community. They may be any caste of backward community, or they may be any caste of upper caste people. Here, the difference among the people are continue in their residing. So it is very clear that the question before the people, the developmental goal for this village, particular for different types of castes and subcastes people like Dalits, like backward classes, like scheduled tribe, will be different, but this is a sociological chronicle. Okay, we are gathered here to think about the economic sphere. The economic sphere, you may see most of the houses of Dalit people are kacha houses. Kacha houses. Many of the houses are made of backward classes. Many kacha houses. And scheduled tribe also the houses, the types of houses of scheduled tribe is also kacha houses. You may identify also there is no any primary school in the among the community of Dalits and scheduled tribe. And when a school is available in this mohalla, in this corner of this village, this school is not provide a quality of teachings, quality of learnings. So the goal of Dalits people and their children will be first the quality of education for their children first. And in same village, if the village is near to urban area, the similarity continue, and it may be possible that a private school also existed there, but their fees are not affordable for such type of community. So the goal of this community will be affordability of education, the affordable education for their children first. Second, on the basis of employment, when we classify the Dalits people, backward people, scheduled tribe people, upper caste people, you may also clearly observe the Dalits people are most belongings to casual worker, like they are working in unorganized sector of economy, they are working as a rickshaw puller, they are working as a daily laborer in a farm, agricultural farm, in a animal farmhouses, in a different field of animal husbandry. So, and the wages of these people are very low. They also do not provide job every day. They have also not any paid leave or any other types of facility. So the second, but in same village, the people who are belonging to backward classes, they are working, many of the people are working in public sectors. Okay? But the people of upper classes people, you may classify, you may observe, they are working either in a good job or in a good private job, or if the both type of job is in this job, people are not engaged in this scenario, in this situation, they are working, they are employed as a self-employment. As a self-employed. Here, the question, the developmental goal in this ground, the Dalits where the first goal will be a good job, ensure income for such people, a spread of employment among the backward classes, will be the goal of backward classes, and the availability of 24-hour electricity, good center, good hub of education, good market as a goal of upper classes people. So it is very different. The goal of different people, the developmental goal of different people will be different. It is sure and certain, and you may observe it very clearly. Next question, and this question is very popular, and in a mix form, these questions are mostly every year raised by CBSE in their annual examinations, board examinations. Question are these goals are controversial, are conflictable, are creates disputes among the people? Yes. These goals creates the disputes among the people, conflict among the people. Why? You may also, one a very good example is given in your book, and you may read it. I think so. The problem of Narmada Valley, the developmental goal of people which are residing in Narmada Valley. Okay, you are knowing very well. I think if I have read you in your previous classes, any one classes, and if the context will be present, then I will provide you some such a spontaneous example before you, like the Narmada Valley. What is the problem of Narmada Valley? Actually, on Narmada Valley, on a river, a very multi-purpose project viewed dam was proposed to made to provide electricity, to provide different biological diversity and so on. But the question is, why the people were aggressive? The cause of aggression were first, the height of this dam was proposed 110 feet by the government. But question is, when the two lines, two segments will be raised 110 meters, you may imagine how much border of this bay, of the base of these segments or lines or dams. So it will be required a much amount of land. Okay, and you are also knowing very well the belt which is situated in the valley of rivers are most fertile, like our northern plain, which is made by Ganga and other rivers, is most fertile. Why? Due to sedimentation work of Gangetic rivers. So when this dam will be completed, the much amount of land will be covered, much amount of fertile land will be covered. And second question, first problem was much area, much not large area, of this fertile land will be covered. Second, genuine issues and question raised by people and their organization was, what will treat with the people which residents are situated in two lines. The problems of residents, it shows the problems residents and accommodation. Third, the most genuine question and issues was the problem of environment. The problem of environment. Fourth question and fourth issues was the major issues, not fourth. This list may be long but not last. Okay, so this is very pointable, and here I try to indicate you most suitable and most vivacious issues of this Narmada Valley crisis. And fourth was the problem of rehabilitation. Rehabilitation. Do you know the meaning of rehabilitation? Rehabilitation, this is a very, in our Hindi language, some English words are translated into a very sweet Hindi word, very understandable, very wide usable word into a very wide usable words. Like this word is translated into Hindi as पुनर्स्थापन. This issue is related to the problems of residents and their accommodation. Where the people will go? So the question of rehabilitation and compensation amount was much. Their volume was much. It may be more than your expectation. Okay, so it is a very conflictable question. Okay, now this movement was led by one very popular leader. Her name is a very respectable for I think everyone who loves environment, who loves people, who loves ecology, and who understand the human sensibility, who feel the sorrow of others, who feel pain and peril of others, and also a smile of others. Her name is Medha Patkar, and I'm fortunate because I have spent some days with her in Chhattisgarh when popular strike was organized against the decision of first Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Mr. Ajit Jogi decisions regarding the rivers of Shivnathi. Okay, so this is not important for you, but to create, to stimulate you, these examples are, by producing these examples, I'm not clarify or cherish my personality. Just by giving you these examples, I want to stimulate you to think about it is very important to learn to more calculative in mathematics, to more awakened about the science, to more public oriented in language. But these things will be possible when you understand these topics very clearly, and when you have clear understanding about it. So it is just only goal of our teaching to stimulate you. Okay, so the question, let us return on the topic, why the different people have different notions of development. In one line we will write the answer. Question was, why different people have different notions of development. In one line, if in our memory at this time when these questions asked, nothing any more, we will write the answer, because the need and situations because the need and situation of people are different. One question is complete. Second, why these goals creates conflict? Because in these questions will be replied in one sentence also, because the requirement creates class, because the different requirement, not only different requirement creates class among the people. Understand? So by concluding this topic, I hope you will learn the two things in this class, and if you understand these two things, I hope you will be able to reply to any questions related to the meaning of development, and second, why different people have different notions of development. Have a nice day.